Good evening. Welcome to Fresno City College for tonight's Valley Conference game between the Fresno City College Rams and the West Hills Falcons. Would you please...
Good evening, everyone here on a fabulous Monday afternoon at Fresno City for this match between Fresno City and West Hills Coalinga College. Here comes the national anthem.
The starting lineups for both teams. First, visiting college from West Hills College in Coalinga. Starting at guard, number 0, Matthew Pinner. Starting at forward, number 10, Terrell Garner. Starting at guard, number 14, Ricardo Time.
Score the ball, and they scored 102 points against West Hills Coalinga in their previous matchup earlier this season. It was a 102-57 victory for the Rams.
Yeah, it's this is something that happens a lot when you're playing against the Rams, especially when you're in an under-man team like it looks like the Falcons are today from West Hills. Look at a couple injuries and just a smaller team in general. So hopefully today they can do a little bit better. They haven't been doing too bad in the league recently. They gave COS a pretty good game actually a week or two ago, and so now here,
Yeah, you're exactly right. And this is a Fresno City team who has won, or they haven't lost since November 17th of 2018. As you can see, the starting lineups on the screen for the Rams: David Rico, Jared Small, LJ Gallegos, Georgie Dancer, and Ethan Richardson, the 5 out there in the white and red for the Rams. The starting lineups for the Falcons: Matthew Pittner, Terrell Garner, Ricardo Time, Gabriel Carahart, and Anthony Johnson, as all 10 players out on the court. And we're about ready to get this one tipped off. Eric Bentley here bringing you the call with Chase Goosen.
It's going to be exciting. I'm happy to be down here on the floor and be able to watch this game. Hopefully it's a good one. That's all I can say about that.
Size advantage on the tip is Ethan Richardson, the 6'10 sophomore, out there in the circle, and the Rams get the tip.
It's interesting to see how the Rams offense plays. They're very meticulous in what they do every time. They're playing against a looks like a 1-3-1 zone right now, and moving the ball a lot is really what you want to do against that zone.
See if the Rams can break that zone as they get a long triple on the far side. The first points of the afternoon for the Rams. David Rico knocks down the triple, and it's a 3-0 Fresno City lead.
Most annoying thing about the Rams is the fact that they're always pressuring and they very rarely make mistakes. As you can see there, they got the ball at the floor correctly in Coalinga, but they just couldn't get it done.
Nice job there by Richardson, who won the opening tip for the Rams, getting that rebound, and now he kicks it out. Another 3 on the far side, and that one goes back-to-back threes for David Rico to open up the game for Fresno City, and they've got a 6-0 lead.
It's almost too easy. You can't pick up the ball there in that corner, or else you'll get trapped as you just did. But when you're playing against a 2-3 zone, all you want to do is get the ball underneath and then kick it right back out for the 3, and they're making them.
That's exactly what the Rams have done on their first 2 possessions, and they've got a 6-0 lead. Looking to play some defense here as 10 seconds on the shot clock. Falcons get it down low, poked away by the Rams. Falcons keep it with 5 on the shot clock.
Have to pull up.
Long 3, but a foul.
Called a foul. Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul going against number 3, Jared Small, for the Rams, and that's going to send number 22, Gabriel Carahard to the free throw line for 3 free throws. And not a very good foul there on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a very costly mistake. It's interesting that he would have done that right there. I'm not entirely sure if it was a valid or merited call, but I don't know if you noticed, but Coalinga had a really tough time getting the ball really anywhere near the three-point line. They kind of got it across half court, and then they were just stuck. That's just a testament to the Rams' defense and the way they play together as a team.
Second free throw from Carahart is good, but really the one thing for the Rams is that's not a good foul inside 5 seconds on the shot clock. You had played a good defensive possession up until that point, and now you're giving them 2, maybe 3 points depending on the free throw. And
good
it is
free throws.
3
That's
points.
important, especially against the Rams. If they're gonna make mistakes like that, you really got to capitalize and make free throws when they're needed.
So 2 good offensive possessions for the Rams to start things out. Not a good defensive possession, but they swing the ball around the outside. Another 3 on the far side, and that one goes. David Rico 3 for 3 to start things off from downtown.
The ball movement is just impeccable. You can't, Ed Maddock just teaches this kid so well on how to move that ball so quickly, and that's exactly what we need to do against the zone. It's really impressive. See, once again, they can't even get a 3-point line.
Falcons with a wide open 3 from up top near the key. That one misses off from Carahart, and the Rams get the rebound and the chance to extend their lead. All 9 Rams points have come from David Rico from beyond the arc. He's got the ball on the far side. Thought about it. Instead, the Rams may be looking for the cutting Jared Small to pass a little bit too high. First empty possession that we've seen from the Rams here, but a good start here throughout the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, the defensive Coalinga is not bad. They're being really active with their hands, and they're getting in the shot in the shooter's face, but they've really just been the ball movement has been so good by the Rams so far that it's really hard to get through.
A couple of substitutions from the Rams, and like you said, a nice baseline pass. That was Matthew Pitter.
Got to get the ball up quick on a full court press like that. Sooner you get it up, the better.
I believe it was Carahart down there who got the bucket, 9-5. Rams with the lead and possession. Double team down low from the Falcons. Ball's loose, but the Rams keep it. 13 to shoot.
Could have been travel.
Oh, what a find, and trying to get the slam there was number 32, Ronald Agzabar. Can't get it to go, though. And the pull-up jumper in transition misses. Rebound there from Agzabar.
Not a bad shot, though. He had a wide open net look, and he was pushed the ball up correctly, but you just got to make those shots when you get them wide open like that.
Wide open 3 for the Rams on the near side. Doesn't go.
Push forward. You got to get it in there. If you can't get a good shot, he just took it in there, didn't he?
Got a whistle and a foul. Looks like the foul's going to go against the Rams. Looks like number 15, the 6'5" sophomore guard, Ian Miller, whistled for the foul. That's going to send Ricardo Time to the free throw line. Falcons trailing 9-5 here, 16:45 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, it worked out for Miller there, but at the same time, when you're facing a full court press and then they get 5 back and you're going 1v5, sometimes it's not the best option. But if you have a lane against the Rams, you got to take it because their half court defense is very strong.
A hot start for a very potent Rams offense, but it's been the Falcons who have responded after 3 straight threes from David Rico for the Rams, and now it's went from 9-0 to 9-7 here with 16:40 to go in the first half.
Starters are back in for the Rams too. Maddox didn't like what he was seeing from the other squad and got him out really quickly, just as normal.
Wide open 3 near wing. Gallegos can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds off of the Rams.
Yeah, again, really good active hands from the Falcons right there. They got in the shooter's vision. You know, it's hard to play a 2-3 zone against a shooting team and a big team at the same time, especially when that moves the ball around so much, but they're not doing too bad. Nice kick out.
Corner 3, way long. Easy rebound there for the Rams.
Got to get back, stop the ball. Oh, left his feet. You never want to do that. That's the key right there. Getting the ball into the middle of the floor, in the middle of the key in a 2-3 zone is where you're going to get the job done on offense.
Nice job by the freshman guard Gallegos to move his feet, get the inside pass, find the open man. Sunbirds, or rather, I'm sorry, the Rams back on top.
Clearly not
11-7.
That corner 3. Okay.
Wide open 3. Near corner from Terrell Garner. Garner knocks it down, and it's all of a sudden a 1-point game. Next whistle will bring us to the under 16 timeout.
Watch him get the ball to 35 right here. He's going to be the main. Watch the skip pass. Perfectly executed. Decided not to take a shot there, but that was the correct play out there.
10 to shoot. Rams drive. Off balance layup doesn't go. And it's going to be a chance for the Falcons. They could take the lead on this possession.
Nice pass. Oh.
But an even better block down low by number 3, Jared Small. And it looks like Small gets whistled for the foul as he comes up looking around. Not sure exactly what that call was, but it does look like it's going to go against number 3 in white.
I'm entirely sure what's happening at this point.
Not 100% sure there. There was a whistle down low, but we'll keep you updated once we find out what happens. Rams with possession, trailing 12 to 11.
Falcons back in a man-to-man as well. Nice big drive. That he's just so much bigger as a player.
Can't go Falcons.
Ricardo time of
the step back shot doesn't go. Falcons trying to jump up on top of this Fresno City team who beat them 102 to 57 in the only meeting that these two teams had earlier. So a nice start. You got to think if you're the Falcons who lost by more than 50 points or almost 50 points.
Especially with the 3 back-to-back threes. The fact that they're only down by 1 right now. They just got to keep the ball out of the middle of the key. If they can do that and keep the ball on the perimeter and make them just keep passing the ball.
Well, the Rams do get the ball down low to Ian Miller, and I believe that that's going to be a foul going against the Falcons as, again, we've got another stoppage. Waiting for some substitutions to come in, and it looks like we got a little platoon, a little 5-in, 5-out for the Rams.
Yeah, that's the way that Maddox has always done it. That's the great thing about the Rams, is that they've always consistently over the last 10 years, however many years it's been, with Maddox, they've always had enough great players to be able to sub in, 5-in, 5-out every single time. Nice play underneath.
First chance doesn't go there by Dancer.
Push the ball at the floor.
Richardson with the follow. And now the Rams looking to play some defense. This is a Fresno City team. The last time that they played West Hills Coalinga, 5 Rams scored in double figures. 12 players found the bottom of the net. Number 10, Gallegos, who gets the bucket to go and count it. And really Gallegos will go to the line.
Doing his greatest Muggsy Bogues impersonation right there. The smallest guy on the floor, getting the steal and taking it all the way back to the other end. Impressive stuff.
So the scoreboard reads 15 to 12 here with 14 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in half number 1. As you take a look at the replay here, a nice job by Gallegos to drive into the lane, gets the floater to go, and really a nice job by Gallegos, listed only at 5'8", 165, the freshman.
Yeah.
Really nice job to get big down there.
Well, yeah, the important thing about that play, as you can see in the replay, is that he attacked the defender rather than having the defender attack him. So he went into the defender and used his body against himself, basically, and put himself between the defender and the rim so he couldn't get a nice, block. Chase down block. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a good chase down block on him, and so that was really good body control.
Yeah, especially to use that outside hand.
Yeah.
Like you said, body control, the perfect term. And now he's going to be at the free throw line for a chance to extend the Rams' lead up to 6 right now.
The second squad is back in for the Rams as well. Interesting how they keep swapping them in and out.
Or rather, no.
The 2-1-2 full court press they got going on. Can't pick up the ball there. Yeah. Tough one. Nice cut.
Floater goes from Isaiah Green.
That's what you got to do. What you got to do against full court presses. You got to get the ball down forward quickly, and then you got to switch the floor very quickly. You got to swing the ball around.
Rams with the open look, and that one falls. Number 33, Carl Snyder knocks down the triple from the near corner.
He's got no fear.
Rams up by 4.
And Matthew Pitter there, number 0. He's pretty quick, and he's got some good handles too. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
10 seconds to shoot for the Falcons as they drive into
the trees.
Good defense. 5 to shoot. Off the glass. The shot doesn't go, but the foul is called. That one looks like
that was a block, really.
Yeah, they're going to call that a foul against the Rams. Looks like.
I'd love to see that again because the Rams are very good at getting out. He was definitely outside of the restricted zone, and they're usually very good at taking those charges. So it's interesting that they got the call.
So Matthew Pitter out there knocks down the first of his 2 free throws. Substitution for the Falcons as Garner takes a seat entering the game. One of the starters. Carahard. And the second free throw is good. 18-16 the score, 13-12 remaining here in the first half.
Just as a note, I think every Rams player is taller than the tallest Falcons player right now. That'd be number 34.
So do you think that would entice you to drive to the basket, kind of like we see right there, drawing the foul and counting the bucket? That's exactly what I was talking about. You get the size advantage. You take advantage of it, and that's exactly what the Rams were able to do there.
Yeah, that was a really nice drive. I mean, anytime that you see guys that are shorter than you inside, it's something that you want to do all the time is just take it to them. But they're just bigger and stronger, and once again, the starters come back in just like that.
4 in, 4 out for the Rams. And the free throw there.
He's coming out for that. He missed the free throw. Get him a sub.
Rams still lead by 4. Under 13 minutes to go here in half number 1.
Good defense.
And a pull-up jumper. That was not a very good look there from Hitter.
If you're dribbling that much, it's hard to make a shot. Short is exactly what I figured would happen right there. The legs are burning. Ball inside again on that 2-3 zone.
But nice help defense there by the Falcons down low. 3 blue jerseys in the paint, and they forced the turnover, trailing only by 4 with under 12 and a half to go. And a whistle on the far side.
Is that 3? On small? I don't think, no. I think that's like 2 fouls on small so far already.
At least 2, yeah. At least 2, you're right. So
there was that one block that he had that just somehow became Rams ball, and we don't know how, but see, he's coming out. He's got to have at least 2.
But that's the benefit if you're the Rams with such a deep bench.
Yeah.
You can sit somebody who plays well, and you still got help off the bench. Falcons trying to cut into the deficit, and they do. The nice baseline jumper goes, and it's a 2-point lead for the Rams.
It's the toughest shot in basketball to make, so you don't want to take those shots too often. But that one got to go, so it's okay. Watch him get the ball 35. Yep, underneath.
Highly contested, and again, for the second straight possession, the Falcons were able to get some help defense and get a turnover from the Rams. They could take the lead on this possession or tie, but a nice swipe there by number 10. That was Gallegos, and Gallegos goes behind the back and now passes it out, and the Rams will look to set things up under 12 to go.
Really good handles right there as well to make sure that he didn't get the ball stolen from when he was double teamed. Nice double team as well.
Another double team down low, but the Rams break it. And the 3, that one goes. That was Dancer from the near wing, knocking down the triple, and it's 23-18. Rams right back on top.
Yeah, Falcons kind of got caught right there, being a little bit too lazy on the defensive end. Didn't get out in front enough. There's another take.
Another turnover. Rams have the advantage. A nice little crossover Euro step there from Dancer, and Dancer lays it in. 25-18 Rams.
Yeah, Dancer's an athlete for sure. He's of all the games that I've watched in Fresno City this year, which is quite a few, he's been one of the focal points. A nice pass underneath.
Falcons get it down low.
Oh, nice rebound.
McDowell can't convert on the first one, and a nice job there by Richardson to come down for the Rams.
Can't waste offensive rebounds against the Rams, though. With the size difference, they're not going to give very many, so they got to get a better shot off of that.
10.5 remaining in half number 1. Pass into the corner for Gallegos, and Gallegos knocks down the triple. And this Fresno City team has really just been lights out from beyond the arc here in this first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a real problem when you have a size disadvantage like the Falcons do. I mean, they kind of have to run a zone in order to make sure that they can get the rebounds and keep the big mans off the board. But they're knocking down threes, the Rams are right now. Nice pass.
An even better finish there from McDowell. So Fresno City leads by 8 with under 10 minutes to go here in half number 1.
Watch number 35, Ethan Richardson, and number 22 on offense. Oh, you don't even need to worry about it. They're making this many threes.
Another triple for the Rams. 31-20, an 11-point advantage. They've hit at least 6 3-pointers here in the first 10 minutes.
It's like we were talking before the broadcast. It's not too hard when you're taking threes and you're wide open. It's not too difficult when you're this caliber of players and you have wide open threes with nobody in your face.
That time, Carahart gets whistled for the travel. So another turnover there by the Falcons, and they're going to give it back to Fresno City with the Rams leading by 11, 9:24 to go.
They're still in that 2-3 zone, but it looks a little bit better for them here because the line for the Rams doesn't seem as big. There you go.
3 on the far side there from Brown doesn't go. And now the Falcons look to push in transition. We haven't seen them do this much here this afternoon. But a nice job there by the Rams to get back.
Another nice pass. Excellent footwork.
They find Tanner Argyle, or rather, I'm sorry, no, that was Malcolm Clayton on the baseline. Well, that was number 34, Shaquille McDowell, who got that baseline layup to go from West Hills Coalinga. And now we're going to have the timeout, 31-22 with 8 minutes and 54 seconds to go here in half number 1. So if you look at the scorebook from the last time that these two played, they've got 102. It was Fresno City won 102-57. As you look at the replay here, nice job to go up and get the layup to go, fighting through the contact there, Shaquille McDowell. But if you're West Hills Coalinga and you only scored 57 points in the game total in the last time that these two teams met, you've already got 22 points here. Still 9 minutes to go in half number 1. What do you think that the Falcons need to do in order to keep themselves in this game for the last 9 minutes?
There's a couple of things they can do. One, the biggest thing is they have to slow the pace as much as they can. The thing with Fresno City is after we've seen they can hit threes left and right. So you really have to slow the pace. It's kind of like playing the Warriors in that sense, where you can't just let them get wide open threes all the time. So they got to slow down the pace on offense and try to slow them down on defense as well, and just kind of control the clock and control the tempo. And that's really the only thing you can do against a team that's superior in a lot of different ways. Good defense.
It looked there like Jonah Brown was going to take a 3 from the wing. He tried to, but instead gets it deflected out of bounds. 17 seconds for the Rams to shoot.
Yeah, Maddox really trying to get these other guys some playing time because he knows that his starting lineup can get basically whatever they want out of this defense.
6 to shoot. The 3 from the top of the key misses high off the back iron. And that's going to be an over the back going against the Rams. That goes against Brown. Pretty easy call there.
Yeah, good box out. You got to make sure that you find a body and hit it. That's what the coaches always tell you: just find a body and hit it on the glass. Make sure that they can't get offensive rebounds. Just right back at it. The starters are back in.
Rams applying a little pressure on the inbounds here with 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And that guy's quick. Interesting shot choice, but a great shot. Interesting.
And that was what you sounded like a coach there, where that was like I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I've
done a fair share of coaching in my young career here, and so I have some of the tendencies. And when you see a baseline shot floater, even Steph Curry's not making those very much. So.
Back-to-back nice defensive, or rather back-to-back nice plays, I should say, by the Falcons as Shaquille McDowell gets the block on the Rams down low, but it'll stay with Fresno City. 22 to shoot, 8:07 remaining in half number 1. The Rams with a 32-24 advantage. And that's not a very good inbounds pass. That one off the fingers of Dancer, and that's a turnover. That'll give the ball right back to the Falcons.
Fresno City doesn't really usually run that kind of a box play on the out-of-bounds side. They're usually running more of a line, especially with the size advantage that they have. So it's interesting that they try to do something like that with the guards. I'm sure Maddox had something planned. Don't get stuck in that corner. Really good take.
Nice pass down low, but the shot doesn't go. Garner can't get it to fall, and now the Rams in transition. Wanted to slow things down with 7:43 to go.
Wasn't as great in the body control department underneath there with the Falcons player.
10 to shoot for the Rams as they get it down low to Richardson. Richardson backing down off the glass, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, and it comes off to the Falcons, and it looks like that's going to be Anthony Johnson for the Falcons, who maybe got poked in the eye just a little bit. Came up grabbing his eye, and they're going to have a substitution. Isaiah Green's going to come in, and indeed, Johnson's going to come out of the game.
Getting hit in the eye is the worst. it doesn't necessarily hurt most of the time, but it blurs your vision and you can't do anything for a little while. So it's good that they got him out of there. But that was a nice switch to man-to-man, and it actually was very successful for them as well. West Hills. Ooh.
That shot there from time misses short.
As usual, though, West Hills has really athletic players. They can do a lot of really great things, but sometimes they're just not as disciplined.
Pump fake, and now another kick out to 3 on the far side. That one rattles halfway home and out from Gallegos. So back to the Falcons. The Rams have really had some opportunities on the offensive end. They've knocked down quite a few of them, but really this game could be a lot more in favor of the Rams at this point in time.
Yeah, but I mean, we're all still college players here, so we're we're gonna have shots like that. Not exactly. You can't make them all. And oh, that's not good. Oh, I thought he just made that 3 and the foul. Interesting play.
You're exactly right. It is an interesting play to foul David Rico. I mean, I guess you got to go out there and contest the three-pointer. Rico, who had those first three-pointers for the Rams, obviously dangerous from beyond the arc. At that time, they go out there to contest, and we'll see what Rico can do here at the free throw line with 3.
Well, I'm assuming that he's going to make at least 2 of these, if not all 3. Let's see. Yeah, he's just got such a nice stroke. And sometimes your body kind of gets away from you, and when you have to contest, you just fly out as fast as you possibly can, and sometimes you just have to live with the consequences.
Rico, the 6'2" sophomore guard from down the road in Kerman, California, knocks down the second of his 2 free throws, and he'll have a chance to knock down a third and push this Ram lead back up to 10.
Yeah, another small lineup for the Falcons too, so I expect them to be in man-to-man on defense, and then also to just run the floor and maybe run a 5-out on offense, just keep the ball moving as much as they can. Although they haven't seemed to run too much of an offense right now. They kind of seem to be stagnant with the ball, kind of a little dribble happy. Hopefully they can fix that.
So Rico has at least 12 points in this first half for the Rams. Rams lead by 10, trying to extend that lead as we inch closer and closer to halftime. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go before the halftime break. The nice layup on the baseline goes from Pitter. So up and under move.
It's a good play call right there. They had the 4 on the free throw line extended, but then the 1 with the ball on top, and got a lot of good body movement in there too. Got some screens rolling, got the defense looking the wrong way, and then he just rolled underneath. Good defense, good hustle.
Pass down. The Rams are trying to get it to the baseline to get an easy 2, but good interior defense there from the Falcons to knock it away. And they'll give themselves another possession. 5:48 remaining before the half. It's Fresno City with the 34 lead.
They're going to do the same play right here as well. Watch the 4 on the free throw line extended once Zero gets the ball back. He's going to go to the right. Everybody else is going to screen to the left. Nice play. Still elevated screen on the left side.
10 seconds to shoot for the Falcons. They spot up for 3. That one misses short.
It's all good.
Not a good look from Johnson, but nice follow. The Falcons able to get points anyway. 34-28.
Gabriel Carahart right there with a nice putback.
You want to talk about a nice shot. Ethan Richardson, I mean, when you don't have anybody in front of you, you can get up there with all 6'10", 245 pounds.
That's a big boy.
And throw it down with 2 hands. You're going to make your presence felt.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of that guy. Let's see right here. Oh my gosh.
Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
He got up there with both hands, put the knees up close to the waist, the chest. You gotta make it look the part. If you're gonna go up there and you're gonna get a poster dunk, you gotta make it look the part, and that's exactly what Richardson did there.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I used to play in high school. I played against this guy named Grant Verhoeven. He ended up going to Stanford full ride. Really big player in the Valley for a long time. Oh, yeah. And he was on the wing one time, and I was on the opposite baseline, and he got the ball, and it was just me in the baseline, and I was underneath the hoop, and I knew it was coming, so I literally just turned around and walked away. Didn't even challenge.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't want to. I'm from Hanford, so I know the Verhoeven.
Oh, yeah,
I know of the Verhoeven family, so yeah.
Unfortunately, I do too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in the way of that.
Big boys out of the way.
It's the Falcons with the ball, trailing here, 36-28.
Was late on that kickout. They're running a very similar offense to what we used to run in Reedley. with the 4 out. Didn't call it motion.
Corner 3 misses short. Nice rebound there from Rico, but we've got a whistle on the rebound.
It's like a hooking foul on the little guy.
Yeah, it does look like that. And it is going to go against Gallegos, the 5'8" freshman. So unfortunate there, as the Rams able to force the miss, get the rebound, but give it right back to the Falcons and a fresh shot clock.
Let's see what play they run here. Probably just kick it out to the top at 10 or something, and then run some kind of a screen. Yeah. Interesting shot selection.
Not the greatest look there from Ricardo Time, and now the Rams with a chance to push their lead back up to 10. Maybe 11 here with this 3 on the far side. That one doesn't go. Rico's been hot from that spot here in this first half. Can't get that one to fall, though. Under 5 minutes to go. Nice pass down to the baseline, but a better block there. That time, it was Wynn, the 6'2" freshman.
Been a little acting there from Dancer. He has been known to do that from time to time. But once again, they're not really taking their time on the offensive end are the Falcons. Oh man.
Well, that was a beautiful job. I don't even know what was better, the feed. I think it might have actually been Dancer who was able to corral that ball, make the spin move to the baseline, and he really used his body to utilize the glass and get that one to go.
Yeah, he was like a dancer. Sorry, that won't happen again. I apologize.
No, I like it. It fits.
Another baseline shot. Just once again, like I was saying earlier at the halftime break, you got to control the tempo, and shooting the ball in the first 5 to 10 seconds of the shot clock is not going to get you wins against the Rams when you're understaffed like the Falcons are. Yeah, Richardson's going to get this, put it up.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go back down low.
Yeah.
But that time, the Falcons do a nice job to strip that one away from Richardson. But what a great job by the Rams in transition defense to get back and knock that one away after it looked like it could have been an easy layup there for the Falcons.
Yeah, the Rams just hustle so much all the time. And again, it's all because of Maddock. When I was in high school, I came to a Rams practice one day just to watch, and it was during Hell Week. And literally, they just run you into basically pass out for an entire week to kind of weed the players out that they want and don't want. And so it just shows how tough these kids are, and then how good in shape they really are as well.
And how the conditioning can pay off. And work hard early in the season when it comes time to actually, put the ball on the hardwood. You can translate that into success, and that's what Fresno City has done as the long ball doesn't go, and the Falcons look to push again.
Jump pull up. One more.
That shot there from Green comes up short.
Good hustle play. Good hustle play again. Still can't make it. Good hustle plays, though.
And now a whistle on the baseline, and we'll see what the official comes over and says. Although that one goes against the Falcons or the Rams, and it does look like it's going to go against the Falcons, and that's going to be against number 32, Anthony Johnson.
Too bad. He made a lot of great hustle plays right there. Couldn't get the layup to go, but sometimes when you're just jumping up and down so often, it kind of gets tiring, and then you miss some layups.
Fresno City by 10. Here with 2 minutes and 35 seconds and counting to go before the halftime. Rams a perfect 10-0 in conference play, 19-3 overall. As the 3 from the near side doesn't go, but a nice jump down low. The rebound, the first chance doesn't go. The second chance there from Axbar doesn't go. And finally, the Rams able to find the bottom of the net there.
That size advantage that really does things for you when you're playing against the zone.
Spot up 3. That one doesn't go.
Another great shot again. Coach over here didn't even know who shot it, but the shot was put up so quickly.
He was asking who shot it. I believe it was number 14, Ricardo Time. And the Rams able to answer on the far side. Jonah Brown from downtown, and it's 43-28 with under 2 minutes to go before the half.
Yeah, when you don't get into a good half-court set on offense and you just, chuck up shots, quickly in the shot clock, this is what's going to happen when we're playing the Rams. Hopefully this one will go down for him. Good shot.
Falcons able to answer there. Isaiah Green from deep, the freshman from just down the 99 in Bakersfield. Gets that one to go. Under a minute and 20 to go before the half. 43-31.
Look at that ball movement.
Yeah, again, Brown thought about a three. He just hit one on his last possession. Instead, he gives it up.
Good defense.
That one's poked away. Green has it, coming up the near side, going all the way to the hoop. And we've got no whistle. That one's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams. Good transition defense there from Ian Miller to really just go up and use all 6'5" of that to get in the way.
See the difference between what Isaiah just did right there and, for instance, Gallegos. How Gallegos kind of attacked the defender before he got to the rim and used his body as a shield. Isaiah Green didn't do that right there for them. So, it's just shows the different play styles and the different kind of disciplinaries that they have, knowing what to do on a transition bucket like that.
Crossover there from Time, steps back, can't get it to go. The rebound long out, it's poked up, and it's Dancer who has it going all the way to the basket with the right hand, and that one goes high off that glass. What a nice move there from the 6'4" sophomore, and Fresno City up 45-31 under a minute to go.
It's a very tough shot right there out of Dancer. He's got a trap on. Somebody help him. Good pass again.
Excellent offense.
See, they do. Yeah, they have really good vision on the floor. They just sometimes they're getting a little too stagnant and just wanting to be the hero and always hoist up shots. But when the Falcons pass the ball effectively, they've been unstoppable on offense almost.
You can hear the crowd. 10 seconds to shoot. Rams go down low through the double team. The shot doesn't go. Rebounded down low to the Rams again. A third opportunity, and now a whistle with 3.5 seconds to go. Looks like that's going to send Ethan Richardson to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, it's hard to get a 6'10" guy out of the key like that.
And that's not the first time that we've seen 2 or 3 chances for the Rams on the offensive glass, and they end up coming away. Well, at least coming away with a chance for points.
Yeah, but if I know anything about Fresno City, they're going to make their free throws because, they spend hours a day shooting free throws. Oh, I jinxed him. Caster curse.
I was trying not to do the announcer's jinx. I didn't want to leave that one up to you, Chase. I'm sorry.
I'm totally fine with it.
Sorry.
I will take that one for sure. But, yeah, Ethan's going to be the key of the rest of this game for sure.
Well, he misses both with 3.5 seconds to go. We're going to see a half-court shot. The heave goes, but it misses everything.
Just a bit outside.
So that's going to be, that was an interesting first half there, but it's going to be the Rams who come out on top 45-33 as they head to the locker room.
Yeah, the Rams did what they were supposed to do on offense, especially against the zone. And if West Hills can just button it down on offense, get a little more passing in, make sure they run their half-court sets, take time, don't rush anything, they could really get back in this game. I've seen a lot of really good things from West Hills. And
it was really a hot start that got Fresno City started. It was David Rico from downtown who knocked down 3 consecutive three-pointers on 3 of the first 4 Fresno City possessions that really kind of got them the edge, and they lead now here by 12.
Yeah, when you get off to a hot start, it's nice, but at the same time, West Hills really, held their own. They didn't get frazzled at first, and they've only had a couple of instances where they let Fresno City get on big runs, but I think they have a chance of getting back in this game. Like you said, I mean, it's only 45-33. They got a lot of really good opportunities here.
All right, so we are going to take the halftime break. It's Fresno City with a 45-point first half. They've got a 12-point advantage over West Hills Coalinga Falcons. We'll be back for some second half action in just a bit.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I groomed the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius, and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Today. Good. I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I groomed the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Fresno City. It's the Rams with the 45-33 advantage over the West Hills Coalinga Falcons, and it was a pretty impressive first half from the Rams from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they were making, I think they almost shot 50% or more from three, which is impressive for anybody, let alone for a college team. And it's been a really good game for them. They got cold for a little while there, but for the most part, they've been holding their own and doing exactly what they need to do to win this game.
So now let's take a look at some of those first half highlights, because it was fun for the Rams. As you see here, Gallegos going to the basket and getting that one to go. We saw a lot of that from the Rams. I did mention the perimeter shooting, but just as much as the Rams were able to knock down the threes, they got down low, just as you're seeing right here.
Yeah, well, when you have a huge size advantage and then you have a little bit of a speed and athleticism advantage as well, it does help. But 34 right there, he's been making a lot of great plays as well. So it's been back and forth. I think West Hills has shot themselves in the foot a lot, but for the most part, they've been holding their own, and hopefully we can have an even better first or second half here.
You just saw the play of the game. at least in my opinion, from a moment ago from number 35, Ethan Richardson, with the two-handed slam down low. And I mean, really an impressive first half from Fresno City. As I mentioned a few times in that first half, these two teams, this is not the first time that they have met this season. Fresno City came away victorious last month. It was a 102-57 victory. So if you're the Falcons, do you think that a 12-point deficit at the half is somewhat of a victory?
I'd be curious to know what the score was at halftime of last game, because Fresno City can be a very strong second half team, and when you're understaffed like the Falcons are, like I keep saying, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to keep a good pace going on against these Rams teams that can just 5 in, 5 out whenever they want. So hopefully they can keep the pace and keep the conditioning as high as they can, but it's going to be tough. So we'll have to see what happens.
So as we get ready for this second half of play to get underway, you're watching here on CMAC Sports, CMAC.tv. Eric Bentley here with Chase Goosen, bringing you the action at Fresno City. It's the Rams getting ready to start this second half with, as I mentioned, a 12-point advantage. Rams looking to improve on their record. They come into this game with a 19-3 overall record. This win would put them in the 20-win column again for at least the second consecutive season.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's been the last 30 consecutive seasons for these guys. All they do is win. But that would have been nice to get off the rip. Great box out from the little man, Gallegos, as we keep talking about. That guy just has insane body control.
If you're 5'8" and you get rebounds down low, then obviously you're doing something right. Rams trying to get the first points here in this second half, and they're going to do so as a wide open layup down low there from Wynn. He gets that one to go. And again, the Rams able to get on the board first.
Yeah, it's easy pickings for Ethan there, down low. Ethan Richardson. He's really the catalyst on offense, because you just got to get the ball inside on a 2-3 zone like that, and they've been very successful at doing it. We'll see you later.
Yeah, 47-33 to score.
Dancer once again getting that send away. See what they do here on offense. Size advantage here. See what he does. Skip pass.
5 seconds to shoot. Pulls up for 3 on the near side, and that one rattles home.
Really great stroke.
Terrell Garner, the 6'5" freshman, the local product from right here in Fresno, California, his hometown, playing for West Hills Coalinga, and the Rams answer on their offensive end as that one's rattled home from Wynn.
Just when you think you do something right, Fresno City will just come back and do the exact same thing, and usually even better.
And that's what we've seen from this Rams team throughout this, at least the first half of this game, is they've really been able to answer. And it's kind of interesting. When you've got a 12, 14-point lead, you wouldn't think about the back and forth momentum, but the Rams have really been able to answer when the Falcons have hit a shot.
Well, that's just the way that they play. They're motivated all the time, no matter what the score is. Ethan Richardson, he's a head taller than his defender right there. I'm surprised he didn't put that in, but here's that 1-4 setup again. Once again, distracted the defense. Another skip pass.
And the kick out 3 doesn't go, but a wide open rebound. And a wide open shot doesn't go there. So 2 good opportunities for the Falcons. They can't get it to fall, and really, as the clock starts to wind down, they're going to need to get those shots to fall, trailing by double digits.
You just can't miss those shots in that type of a situation, especially that putback. What a great pass. My goodness.
Gallegos, at 5'8", 165 pounds, really not afraid to go up on the glass. We've said it a couple of times throughout this game, but he continues to exploit that baseline.
He's so quick, and because of his size, he has some advantages. It's hard. It's easy for him to slip away from the defense because you're not really looking for him. All of a sudden, he's behind you, and he's really quick as well.
10 to shoot for the Falcons as they kick it out here.
Swing the ball.
Gerhard had it, and now the kick out with 3 to shoot. That one misses well.
The second missed shot short after he made the one in the first couple of minutes.
Shot hits the rim, so the shot clock resets. Under 17 minutes to go. Falcons trailing 52-36.
It was smart to take the time there, though. Take their time on the shot.
Trying the contact. Looks like they might call that foul against Gallegos. I'm not 100% sure. And it is going to be against Gallegos. Second personal foul for Gallegos. Only the first team foul called against the Rams here almost 3 minutes or over 3 minutes gone by here in the second half.
Somehow Jared Small has found himself in the secondary lineup. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. After starting the game, maybe it's the fouls that he has to make sure Maddox doesn't want to foul him out, but at this point you would think it wouldn't really matter with the way they've been playing.
You're Fresno City, and you've got a multitude of players who can score. That it doesn't necessarily matter really if you come off the bench or if you start the game, wherever you can get used. But that time it's the Falcons who are able to get the bucket to go. 52-38, and then the Rams a careless turnover, and the Falcons a chance for a quick 4-point swing. Pull up from the free throw line. That one goes from Ricardo Time, and it is a 4-point swing.
Finally making those shots, getting good defense as well. You know, playing really hard. Look at how much they're hustling right now. It's just they're playing really well. Size advantage for everyone on the floor for Fresno City, though.
Wide open three.
Lazy defense.
Doesn't go, but good rebound down low. I believe that was number 3, Jared Small. And now the ball down low, and it's going to be a timeout taken by Fresno City.
Just like the Rams, diving on the floor. Ian Miller right there doing a great job getting on the floor, making sure he secures the ball for his team.
And they are going to say that. They do say that Miller grabbed the ball in order to grab that timeout. As you can see it there, he's down on the ground, and a nice job is he's got 2 or 3 blue jerseys around him, and he really just kind of looks around looking for the official, and then finally it looked like right there Miller was just trying to make eye contact with an official, trying to find somebody. Hey, bail me out.
Somebody help me here, please. I'm on the floor. I'm begging you.
He is able to get the timeout, so it was I believe it was a 12-point game at halftime, and now it's still a 12-point game here 4 minutes into the second half. So Fresno City done exactly what they needed to do, come out here in this second half and not let the Falcons get back into this game.
It also could have been a lot worse for the Falcons, too. But, you know, they've made some shots there. There's that height advantage from Ethan Richardson right there. Not great footwork right there, though.
Yeah, Richardson had to fight through the contact. Didn't do a good job of doing so.
Get stuck in the corner.
So the Falcons with a chance to bring it within 10, possibly 9 with a 3. Good one off the glass, and so it is a 10-point advantage for Fresno City. Beg your pardon, as now we've got a substitution.
Yeah, Ricardo Time, number 14. He's got a really nice elevation on his shot, kind of like a Russell Westbrook thing. He knows he's not going to be tall enough in the next level, so he's got to really get up in the air and release at the apex of his shot. But he actually seems to be better than Westbrook at making shots because we know, Russell Westbrook. Oh, great defense! Look at there he is again, Ricardo Time. Oh my!
Oh, Rams somehow come away with it though.
Too bad. Ricardo's making some plays right now. He's really clutching up for his team, but Tate was not on the side. Once again, getting in the defensive.
Rams looking a little bit out of sorts in this last minute or so. They've got 10 seconds to shoot as Richardson has it on the far side. Now drives into the paint, can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound again for the Rams down low. Double team, they do kick it out just like you said. Fresh shot clock.
Well, that's just not fair.
And no, they're going to call it off. Or no, they're going to count the bucket. For a second, I couldn't tell whether they were saying that was an offensive foul or whether that was going to be a defensive foul. But count the bucket from Ethan Richardson. He'll head to the free throw line for the chance at the end one.
Yeah, well, when you give the Rams 2 extra chances on the offensive board, and not even to mention the fact that the Falcons kind of gave the ball back after they stole it. Somehow, 3 of them couldn't hold on to the ball, and a Rams player got it after Ricardo Time made that nice play. But then Richardson
finishes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. So the Rams back up 55-42. Falcons with possession. Under 15 minutes to go, and that was close to an over and back, but the call not made. So the Falcons have it, 15 to shoot.
Great footwork out of him right there.
Driving baseline, and a nice job down low. That was number 32, Anthony Johnson. Not much you can do about that. Ethan Richardson in good position. Johnson with a better finish.
Once again, when they move the ball and they swing it consistently and they get good crisp passes quickly and don't dribble too much, they get wide open shots all the time against the Rams defense. If they keep doing that, they got a real shot at this game.
Driving is Gallegos, and he goes up, and that one goes with the right hand. Gallegos has had himself quite a night, the freshman. And the Fresno City lead back up to 13, 57-44.
Really impressive stuff out of him. He hasn't been playing as much from what I've seen, but for some reason today he's playing a lot, and he's really capitalizing on his playtime. Really good.
The jumper there goes from Johnson for the Falcons. So back to an 11-point advantage for the Rams. 13:42 to go. Rams down low again. It's Richardson with it.
Clears him out, posts him up, got to double team him.
Goes baseline, can't get it to go. Rebound there from Carahard.
This is good. They're forcing him to make the plays.
And the
nice Euro step.
Yeah, the 2-on-1 for the Falcons. The shot doesn't go. And it was the undersized, if you could say that, Gallegos, who tried to get him to lane. You could call him undersized, but he's able to draw quite a few fouls defensively. I don't know if undersized is the right word
at this point, he's the biggest guy on the floor. From my perspective, he's making all kinds of plays.
Take a look at the replay there. Gallegos looked like for a second he had his feet set, but at the last minute, maybe he kind of drew that contact, pushed that left foot back, and
yeah, that's tough.
That's a tough call. Gallegos, again, it's when you're a smaller guy in the lane like that, the benefit of the doubt probably going to go to the bigger guy. And Anthony Johnson knocks down the first of his 2 free throws.
Yeah, and when there's somebody as athletic as he is, it's hard when you don't have as wide of a base, so it's a lot easier to get Euro'd around like that. So it's challenging, but he's playing like the biggest man on the floor right now. It's really impressive to see. Good shot.
So after losing by 45 points in the first contest between these two teams, the Falcons, after that free throw, have brought this one to within single digits, 57-48. So not a bad job here by West Hills Coalinga. They're not going away.
No, and their defense has been stellar at this point. And I mean, Ethan Richardson's helped them out a lot with a lot of misses underneath. But even then, they're playing good, solid defense down low. They're not fouling them and bailing them out on the layups. And their offense, they've been taking their time, just like I said in the first half. They've been taking their time, getting nice passes, running plays, making sure that they get multiple touches, running the shot clock down. And it's really been effective for them. And I think it's going to turn out much better for them this half and this game in general.
Eric Bentley and Chase Goosen here bringing you this game on CMAC.TV, CMAC Sports, as we get another replay coming in, this time on the baseline. And you see again going up strong, and really not much that you can do when you've got 6'3" sophomore Anthony Johnson going up strong down the baseline.
Yeah, and extremely athletic too. Ethan Richardson was the guy that was guarding right there, and even though he's got the size advantage at 6'10", he's he doesn't have quite the footwork speed that he has. So it's that was a really good play underneath. And again, that all started from really good ball movement. The ball was swung across, got to the low post, and he made a nice play underneath.
So with 13 minutes and 25 seconds left, the Falcons only 9 points shy of their total score when they played the Rams in the first matchup this season. So looks like they learned their lesson the first time, but the Rams still with the advantage, and they're going to add on to it there as Jonah Brown knocks down the triple from the near side wing, and the lead back up to 12.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the whole switch back to the zone there, but the coach clearly knows more than I do, so hopefully the team can bail him out here. Good ball movement, you're fine.
Crossover just inside the three-point line. The shot there doesn't go from Anthony Johnson. Johnson clapping his hands. He wanted that one to fall, but now a chance for the Rams to extend their lead.
Another tough baseline shot right there. It was still a good shot, though. They seem to have that shot on lock. Another wide open three.
That time it doesn't go. The rebound tipped out, though, to Miller. And now the near side corner for three. It doesn't go there from Snyder. And the Falcons pushing.
2-on-2. That's fine. They take their time right here. Don't rush. Get a good shot. Yeah, see.
They get a decent look, but maybe a little bit too rushed, and that one misses. So again, the Rams with a chance on offense here, and they're going to say that one was deflected off of the Falcons. So Fresno City will keep it with 12 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the game, leading 60-48.
Yeah, the Falcons seem to rely a lot on their mid-range jump shooting, which is, they all have pretty good strokes, but it's not much of a higher percentage shot than a three. And you get one less point if you make it. So it's interesting that they keep focusing on those types of shots.
A Fresno City team that we know can score, averaging up near 90, I believe, points per contest. At least I know for sure in the 80s. Three on the far side. That one goes. Again, it's Jonah Brown. So Brown with back-to-back triples. We saw David Rico, I should say, start the first half strong with back-to-back threes for the Rams. And now, here in this second half, it's Brown.
Yeah, the defense of West Hills was doing really well there at the start of the second half here. in their man-to-man, but then they kind of got back into the zone, and now they've been exploited on the three-point line once again by the second unit from the Rams. It's a nice shot right there.
You can see there in the top left-hand of your screen on that replay, that shot clock was all the way down to 2 seconds, so the Rams kind of running out of time on that possession, able to knock down a triple. It's always good when you can get a three, but if you can get a three late on the shot clock, even better.
Yeah. Especially when it's a wide-open three. See, look at that.
Nice pass down low. A couple of good moves, and Richardson finishes.
Maddock was very happy about that. He was yelling at him earlier about the footwork that he'd been seeing and the missed layups that he'd been having, Ethan. And so Maddock got really excited. Good to see the coach getting excited for a player doing a good play.
And that, I believe, was number 2, Isaiah Green, who was driving to the basket. He was looking down low, trying to find Shaquille McDowell. McDowell not able to handle it, but out of bounds off of the Rams. So with 18 seconds left, the Falcons inbound.
Just doesn't know. I think that's one of the first times I've ever seen Maddock actually get excited for a player doing something well. He's a very, very, very stern gentleman, Maddock is. He was very frightening when I used to come to practices back in the day. Very, very, very intimidating guy.
I mean, he's rocking the suit and tie better than anyone here in the arena.
And he's been doing it for at least 20 years, just here.
10 to shoot for the Rams. Backing down is Richardson. Richardson goes up strong, and he gets the right-handed hook in the lane to go. Richardson again making his presence felt down low.
His positioning from where he starts and grabs the ball has been way better than it was earlier in this half. He's getting the ball in a much better spot. He's using his body more effectively. Ethan Richardson looks like a much better player right now. They switched up. Blown layup.
Under halfway home here in the second half. 9:50 to go. Rams with the 67-48 advantage and possession. They try to get it down low, but the whistle and the foul looks like it's going to go against the Falcons. Number 14, Ricardo Tyne.
Just like that, it's kind of gotten away from them. The Falcons had a really decent chance at making this game close, and then all of a sudden it's just kind of gotten out of reach. So hopefully they can dial in and bounce back right now. But if you look at the faces of the Falcons players, they're kind of bewildered, I guess is the correct word. Don't seem to be very confident in what's going on.
It's almost like they've reached that point where they've hung in with it for so long, they don't know what else they can do to keep Fresno City out of the game. It really just kind of seems like the Rams have an answer every single time that the Falcons are able to get back into the game, and you see it there again with another bucket.
Mentally, it's extremely tough to play against this Rams team. They never let up, they never let down. They always have somebody else to take the place of the next guy. It's basically like you chop one head off and then two grow back in its place. It's basically what the Rams are. So if you don't do it right consistently, you're going to get tired. What a shot out of that.
That shot doesn't go. Fresno City with the ball in their largest lead of the game at 21, 69-48 with just about 9 minutes to go. Rams go down low, but that one unable to be handled down low by Richardson.
Watch him get taken out right now. Yep. See, they make one mistake. Maddock takes him out. He yells at him for a second. Well, not yells at them, but gives them very, very constructive criticism, and then gets them back in the game.
Yeah, I was going to say yell. I don't know if yell is exactly the correct.
Maddock yells.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
no,
you played. I didn't play. That's why you're the color guy. I'm the play-by-play guy.
No, Maddock yells at people. But,
Is that what you were saying? Encouragement is the nice way to put it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Some constructive encouragement?
When you're as successful as he is, you just listen to him. You don't question Bill Belichick.
Well, the Rams have a 21-point lead here, under 9 minutes to go, and it's going to stay 21. Could be more on this possession as they come away with the rebound.
They've had so many great opportunities, and they're just not quite finishing the way they need to.
Speaking of finishing the way that you should, what a job there as Agsbar gets up in the air.
He got up.
5, hanging up there for a while and getting the finish.
He's trying to pull his best Zion Williamson right there. Let's see that again.
Yeah, Right on cue, there it is, off the far side of the rim, and just really using all that length. It's not even necessarily the height. It's really that wingspan, way reaching out there with that right arm and getting possession up easy off the glass. Rams with their largest lead of the evening, 71-48.
Well, something that's not said a lot about those types of offensive putbacks is the shot itself, the first shot that misses. Because if it's a horribly missed shot, he doesn't get that opportunity. But because he has a nice touch on the ball and it hits softly off the rim, he has the ability to get up there and put the ball back. So
you're saying
it's really almost like an assist.
I was going to say, you're saying somebody on the Rams needs to be credited with an assist.
Yeah, basically.
Now what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sounds like a player.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Hey, we need more assists
like
in assist columns, okay? Give me hockey assists in basketball, please. We don't get enough credit for what we do as small guys out here.
71-48, Rams with the lead here, under 8.5 to go. Falcons with the ball, trying to get back into this, but they're turning it over again, as stepping on the baseline there was Johnson, and they give it right back to Fresno City.
Really good idea, but he was a little too wide on that take. Didn't attack the body of the defender enough to make it an easier pass, and he ultimately stepped out of bounds because he was too far away from the defender.
Wide open three. The entire Ram bench stood up in the air. They wanted that one to go. It doesn't, but a rebound down low. A nice job there by the Rams. Looks like that was number 32, Axbar.
Yeah, 21, Jonah Brown. All he does, from what I've seen, is just kind of sit on the wing and wait for them to pass it out to him and shoot a three. So I don't know why we're not covering that. This 3-2 defense isn't doing exactly what it should be. But once again, 3-2 or 2-3 defenses are very vulnerable to the three, especially up on the wing like that. So it's just got to pick your poison. You want to lose inside, or do you want to lose to the open three?
And the foul resets the shot clock for the Rams. So they're trying to take advantage, I should say, of this possession, and they do, as the three on the far side. Carl Snyder, all 6'9", 230 pounds of him, knocks down the triple. Now the Rams with another turnover. They've got it in transition. Nice job there to poke it away by the Falcons, though.
I have a feeling that he doesn't have the best handles. Who is that? Agsbar? Or is it Ags? It's Agsbar. Or no, Agsbar? That's a tough name. That's a tough name. But I have a feeling he's not great with the handles, but he's very athletic. You can see him playing down low right now. And he's got a good lower frame. He's gonna be really good in the future, but maybe not so much at dribbling right now.
It's Miller who drives. He gets the shot. It doesn't go. He gets his own miss off the glass, and it goes. Nice hustle play down low by the 6'5" sophomore.
There's that height disparity once again showing, rearing its ugly head and weight. I mean, if you look at the Falcons players compared to the Rams players, they're almost, none of them have the weight to them that the Rams players do.
And the offensive foul going against the Falcons, as you see there, gets his own miss and goes right back up and in. And that's exactly what you teach somebody down low.
Well, just as a general rule, everyone should always follow their shots. Most people don't, because they want to be the cool guy that shoots the three and then backpedals away, and or Swaggy P turns around and thinks he makes it when it rims out, but the good players, the Rams players, the players that are going to stick around, they're the ones that are following their shot and always hustling.
Foul away from the ball there called on the Falcons' number 2, Isaiah Green. Third team foul going against the Falcons here in the second half. Only 2 against the Rams, so the officials have really been swallowing their whistles, letting them play.
Yeah.
Which is really, personally, what I like to see.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch flags all over the field. Yeah. Nobody wants to watch, the whistle blown. Nobody cares about the refs, okay? Literally no one cares. Especially players.
And that's close to the mid-court strike, but, I'm mistaken.
Somebody is not doing what they're supposed to, and the coach is absolutely livid.
3 far side. That one halfway down and out. Doesn't go. Rams get the rebound.
I'm not even going to try.
So right now, Fresno City really with a chance to extend their lead. Could be up to 30. Could it be 31? No. Second chance doesn't go.
Falcons back in the fray, though.
6 minutes, 5 seconds to go. That one high off the glass, but nice defense there from Richardson to force a contested shot and give the ball right back to the Rams.
Yeah, 6-inch height advantage is difficult to overcome. He almost did it, but a little too high off the glass, too hard. Skip pass.
5 Rams here waiting at the scorer's table to check in. We've seen that a few times. 10 seconds to shoot. Rams kick it over to the far side for 3. That one goes. We haven't called his name since early in the first half. David Rico knocks down the triple. He got the Rams started, and he continues it here late in the second half.
Just like I was saying when we were coming into this half, can West Hills keep up? And just right now, they are not able to. That's a nice shot, though.
No, they can't. Ricardo Time knocks down the elbow jumper, but this late in the game, trailing by nearly 30, you can't be trading 2 for 3 here.
I mean, I'm pretty sure over half of the players on the floor for West Hills have not come off at all during this game. So they've got to be tired. Facing full court presses the whole time.
And you brought that up, looking tired. The Rams didn't look tired at all, especially on that possession. Ethan Richardson easily going up to the basket, and then a good job defensively to force a long shot by the Falcons, and now the Rams here easily in possession.
Look at the passing.
Extra pass to the wing, and another 3. That time it misses just short. Under 5 minutes to go. Step back from the top of the key. That one misses
you could
short.
tell that was going to be off as soon as it left his hand. A little bit. Didn't go straight up and down, a little bit off. Oh. Somebody's going to hurt themselves at this point.
And that's going to be an offensive foul going against the Rams.
The coach calling that one for the officials there.
As the loose ball ended up in the hands of David Rico for the Rams on the far side, but nonetheless, it's going to give the ball back to the Falcons, but they trail here 81-50 with 4:25 to go.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to be West Hills right now. Playing them not on your own floor after you drove a long ways to get here. Getting blown out like this now by 31. It's tough to keep a fresh and hardcore demeanor, but they're still doing a pretty good job. But I can tell that they're kind of over it at this point.
Not to mention, this is a Fresno City team who's not going to give up. It doesn't matter what the score is late in the game. They're going to play like it's a 1 or 2 possession game, regardless of whether they're up by 3 or up by 30, as the near side 3 for the Falcons goes with 4 minutes to go.
That's a coaching thing, 100% a coaching thing. When you're run hard and taught what it means to be a good team basketball player and how important it is that every possession matters, you're going to get players like you get out of the Rams. Maybe not the most skilled players overall or the most athletic, but the hardest working and the highest IQ players on the floor.
Shot there from Small doesn't go. The Falcons on the other end, they're going to draw the blocking foul, as that was number 21, Jonah Brown.
There's our spot-up three-point shooter, Jonah Brown, doing his best imitation of just standing still and hoping to get the ball, basically. Almost had it. Had it.
That's one of those calls. Bang, bang, play. You get the feet set.
Yeah.
Somebody runs into you. You never know. That time Brown doesn't get the call. And at the free throw line for West Hills Coalinga, Ricardo Time. And he knocks down the first of his 2, 81-54. 3:37 to go.
Can we just comment on Ricardo Time's shorts? I don't think we've commented on that yet. He's got those things pinned up.
Those are those like boxers? Like boxer briefs.
Hey, those are the booty shorts from back in the day.
Yeah,
that's the style now, though.
Well, apparently it's working for him because here late in the game they get the steal. Time goes up strong, draws the contact, gets the bucket to go, and he might have himself 5 quick points here. Yeah, less than 15 seconds.
Yeah, I got a buddy that plays in Illinois, and he does the exact same thing with his shorts, and he is so good.
Hey.
He's probably better than most of these players on the floor. Actually, this last week, his team scored a college men's record, scoring 200 points in a game.
Well, the Rams would probably like to get 200 points in this game. They can't get it. They've been kind of careless, but a nice rejection there from Miller.
Good hustle, good hustle. Once again, the hustle play gets foiled by their own teammate. That's more frustrating than anything. When you hustle and then your teammate pokes it out and then you lose the ball, there's nothing worse than that.
81-58 the score. Nearing 3 minutes to go. The three on the far side. That one halfway down and out there from Carl Snyder.
Kind of an awkward-looking shot. Almost a Sean Marion-esque release right there.
So the Falcons not going away, even having trailed by as many as 30 points here in this game. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go, and they've got the last 5.
They got to get the ball to him. Yep. He's going to pull up.
And again, he does. The last 7 points for the Falcons has come from Ricardo Time. An impressive job here late by the sophomore.
Ricardo Time is very much a Russell Westbrook player. I believe I was saying that earlier in the first half. He's got a really high release on his jump shot. Doesn't shoot the three very well, but shoots that mid-range jumper very well and plays extremely hard.
And I don't know if you can hear, picking up the microphone, we're sitting near the Falcon bench. I don't know if you can hear the Falcon coaching staff yelling at their team, keep it up, keep playing, keep playing. So the Falcons aren't going to give up here in this game.
No, they're doing really well. I mean,
the score is, and they're forcing turnovers. I want to say getting back into this game. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but they're not going away easily, I guess.
Yeah, the only thing I can say about that is that it's the second unit in for the Rams, and so Maddox is just trying to let them play it out and see how they stand up to the pressure, and so far it hasn't been great.
And another turnover
That's always
from the Rams. And like you were saying, this is kind of an opportunity where you can kind of put those other guys in there, kind of get them some valuable minutes that you never know when you may need down the stretch in a close game.
This is how you weed them out.
But this has not necessarily been the best look from this exclusive Fresno City second team. Near side three misses everything.
So that go out, okay.
Or almost missed everything on the far side. Under 2 minutes to go.
Good pass. Great body control right there. Oh. He had that so perfect. He played that so perfectly.
But that's kind of really what it's been for the Falcons here in this second half. It's kind of been one of those things where they've played well, but it's really been the Rams who have just played one step ahead, played one step better. And like you see there, Falcons can't handle it as the clock nears a minute. 3 doesn't go.
Great rebound. The length from him right there. Nice kick out to the corner. That's what you got to do. Let's see. We kick it back out to the corner. Not the best shot, but at this point, it almost doesn't matter.
1 minute to go. Now under a minute to go. 81-60 to score. The last 56.3 now seconds of this game as the foul is whistled. Is really mainly just a formality at this point.
Yeah.
But as you were mentioning, we'll talk about it real quick. We were talking about how this was an opportunity for the second team of the Rams and some of those bench players to come in and kind of prove themselves. They didn't necessarily do that here down the stretch.
Yeah, they didn't do it wasn't a fantastic job by any means. I mean, they still have Jared Small in there to kind of keep the wheels on the bus, but you can tell if you just look at the faces of the players, you can tell that they're not quite as comfortable as those other players, as those starters are, probably the sophomores or the higher end freshmen. But you got to get game time, and the only way to get to the point where you are as confident as those guys is to play.
32 seconds to go. 3 for the Rams misses.
Awkward shot.
The shot clock is still on, but there's less than a second of difference between the two. So this game all but over, 81-60. As the Falcons still dribbling on the far side.
It's a nice take, though.
Can't get the shot to go. And the Rams can just dribble this one out as the clock winds under 10 seconds. They get it over the half-court line, and that should just about do it as they get it into the corner. 3, 2, 1, and that is going to do it. The Rams are going to get the season sweep. West Hills Coalinga, the final score, 81-60, an impressive victory here from the Rams.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do. They were sloppy at times and didn't do exactly. They had some let-ups, but again, I think it had a lot to do with the whole first team, second team kind of aspect, where Maddox was just trying to get some players a little more game time. But even then, the Falcons had a lot of injuries. It looked like they got one guy in a full leg brace right here, probably tore his ACL or something. But the Falcons played really well and they played really hard. It's just little things didn't quite go their way, and now got to live with the consequences there.
And it wasn't the 60-point second half that we saw from the Rams the first time that these two teams played against each other, where the Rams came out on top 102-57. This time, it's still a 20-point victory, 81-60. The Rams come away with the victory. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with some highlights and recap things coming out of the break. It's Eric Bentley and Chase Goosen. We'll be back to recap things in just a minute. CMAC TV, CMAC Sports, back in a minute.